I actually love training with Johnny Bones, man. Like, he's so serious in the gym. And he's a nutcase out the gym. He's funny as hell. But even in the gym, like, he explains things very well. He don't mind breaking things down to like a level 1. Or even when I catch on breaking it down from a level 5 and getting us to level 10. He don't mind breaking it down. And, you know, showing me. And I'm just like here to learn and listen. Picking up from him and Holly. But it's like Johnny Bones, like, hands-on. He's here with me, like, every other day at the gym. And we're drilling. We're working hours, countless hours together. And just to see him smile when I do something right, it's like, all right, I got approval, you know, from the GOAT. So that means a lot, too. How do I feel about Conor giving me props? I was super just humbled to see that Conor McGregor reached out and gave some advice and wished me good luck on his journey. You know, I'm happy that he even know who the hell I am. You know, and people say in boxing, the network try to tell me that I'm not big enough, and I have fans all over. Like, I got MMA fans, and I have regular fans, and I have old ladies who just love my story and love how I conquered things. I got, you know, people who don't even like women's boxing, but they like the way that I box, you know. So I have fans all over. I've been on top of the world twice, and to see that, you know, Conor is actually watching, you know, hopefully he take it a step further and actually come to a fight or something. That'd be dope. I beat up Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Please don't ask me about them clowns. I don't know what boxing has come to. Somebody on here just said, what did he say? Claressa gonna get whooped in the octagon. Let me tell you something. I'm trying to figure out. I don't never sugarcoat nothing, so I ain't gonna start now. For anybody that's like sitting here telling me that I'm not gonna do good in MMA, I want to tell you, like, you don't know who the fuck I am. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You don't know who I am. Like, I'm not a person to sit around and not prepare. I've lived by the 5 P's my entire life. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Okay? And I'm going to do very well. I'm going to make sure of it. So, y'all can do whatever and say whatever y'all want to say. But it ain't... Listen, all y'all doubters don't change nothing. To everybody that support me, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. But for those who don't, who trying to discourage me every chance they get, when I post every picture, here they come saying something negative about the person in the picture, saying something negative about me. Listen, you ain't shaking shit. All you doing is making me laugh and making me get more serious than what I already am. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely big quote. Always big quote. We ain't even regular quote no more. It's big quote. Trying to do what's best, you know what I'm saying, for me. And I'm like, I don't have a losing mentality, you know. I don't know what that is. Like, let me tell y'all, I got interviewed today. I don't know if the lady in the UK was like trying to like grind my gears or what, right? But she said, Claressa, so what are you gonna do if your first MMA matches? She said, Claressa, how are you gonna cope if your first MMA matches don't go as planned and you suffer a few defeats before you know, when you first start your MMA career? Like, how are you going to cope with that? And I sat there on the phone and I had to bite my tongue because I'm like, ooh, this fucking lady trying me, right? So I had to just put her in her place to let her know, like, that's a fucking losing mentality. Like, I can't even put myself in the shoes of that. I can't even think. If I think that in 6 months of me grinding and getting down, like grinding and learning and just getting down to nitty gritty, that in 6 months, right? Yeah, she said a few, girl. In 6 months, I can't be ready, or I'm not even, like, I'm thinking I'm doing all this work, but I'm still going to lose. Like, what kind of person thinks like that? Like, I had to let her know, like, if you go in a boxing match or you go into anything thinking that this person can beat you, then you're gonna lose. And I said, I don't never let myself think nothing like that. Like, I'm doing all this training so I can win. So, no, I'm not thinking about losing. And no, I don't know how to cope with losing, ma'am. And I had to just let her know, like, whoo. But I almost wanted to tell her something, y'all. I wanted to, oh. Man, I really wanted to just, like, cut into her, though. But I had to control myself. But that's probably the most ignorant question I've been asked throughout this whole week of doing, whole 2 weeks of doing interviews. Probably the worst one I've got asked so far. And she was from the UK. So I'm just like, ugh. That was the question, though, y'all. I was like, I can't believe she really trying me, though, to be talking to me like that. I had to get her in check real quick. Ain't no losing. What is that? Like, yeah, I don't know what that is for her to ask me that. Like, girl, you know the hell you talking to? I done lost one boxing match in my life. That was when I was 17 years old. And before 17 years old, I ain't never lost no fight. I left the amateur 77 wins, 1 loss, 2 Olympic gold medals, 2 world championships, 3 world championships, actually. You know? My most eye-opening experience so far has been, honestly, like, how quick I learned. Like, having to actually start at a beginner level of something, right? And I haven't done that in so many years. Like, I started boxing when I was 11 years old. I'm 25 now, so 14 years of me knowing exactly what I'm doing, and that when somebody tells me something, rather it's wrong, rather it's right, rather it's just different from mine. And to see that, start from the bottom and actually be learning, I kind of forgot how smart I am and how quick I pick up on things. And I also, too, forgot, like, how athletic I am. Like, it's been some stuff that I didn't even know that I could do physically with my body because I don't use certain muscles. Like, I've never kicked anybody in boxing. You don't even lift your leg up in boxing. You kind of just, bounce in and out, or, whatever. And it's like, now I have to, get ready for these kicks. And you got to stand a certain way. You got to open up your hips. And you got to, even like using your arms. And in MMA, you use your head, shoulder, chest. Everything is a weapon. Legs, feet, everything is a weapon. And it's an eye-opener that no matter whether you're on top or whether you're on bottom, you're always at some kind of advantage. And there's always a way out. There's a way in. And that's been the biggest eye-opener for me. And also, too, like, I thought I would literally hate wrestling. I thought I would hate jiu-jitsu. I didn't think I would be able to get it just because, I'm a boxer. I'm used to standing up. But I've seen that over the last, week or so after drilling and learning just the basics, that I'm really going to like that stuff more than what I thought. And that's exciting for me because at first I'm just kind of paranoid and I was having anxiety before I came here. And, I was just thinking like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? Like, I know I can beat these girls standing up. What I'm going to do if I go to the ground, And now I have so much knowledge there and I learned so much. And all the coaches kind of work together and make everything coincide together. And it all kind of works out. And I've been having such a great camp here. Really, I have. But I tell you what, Albuquerque is not the best place to be as far as in, like, trying to have fun. Oh, man. I know I'm in camp and everything, but it's like, man, what the hell? Like, it's either I'm at this hotel room or I'm at the gym. And then after the gym, it's like I'm back in this hotel room. It ain't nothing to do. Can't go eat no restaurants. Got to stand in a long-ass line to get in the grocery store because of COVID. I'm quite sure if COVID wasn't closing this place down, they'd be more lit. But, man, it's been just so whack. I'm learning so much, though. Like, and I love when I hear the coaches like, wow, you caught on that quick. Oh, you already doing that. We were just going to tell you. Like my body is doing stuff that I'm just like, oh, when they show me something, I'm like, oh, okay, go here. It's just, like, crazy stuff. And I'm like, this stuff crazy. It's so crazy, for real. Somebody said 3 wins and join the UFC. Nah. I wish I could take you on a... Oh, no. what you gonna fight? I'm gonna fight at 155. I'm gonna fight at 155. It's cool working with Holly. She's super dope. My next fight is in January in boxing. And then I plan on making my MMA debut May, June. I am originally from Flint, Michigan. Drake or Kendrick? Kendrick Lamar, I guess. I think so. Kendrick. I'm going to do both boxing and MMA. Yes. What's the hardest thing about changing from boxing to MMA? The hardest thing is mixing it all together, I guess. And understanding the positions of being on the ground, you know.